When Puff's name comes up, Cole confirms the altercation happened, but he handles it like a grown man who knows the internet is full of detectives with no badge. He's basically saying, yes, something happened. No, I'm not giving y'all the deleted scenes. Smart move, because people online will turn a 2-second disagreement into a 10-part documentary called Surviving the Studio Tension. Then we get to Kendrick and Drake, and Cole sounds like the tired older cousin at the family reunion begging everybody to stop picking sides. He compares it to Del Curry watching Steph and Seth compete, which is actually a hilarious image. Cole's over there like, can y'all please stop making me choose between two people I rock with? While the internet is outside with posters, capes, and conspiracy charts. His biggest point is that fans and media turned it into a bigger circus than it needed to be. And he's right. Social media treats every rap disagreement like it's the Cold War with ad-libs. Then the interview gets real personal when Cole talks about writer's block during the fall-off. This man was mentally exhausted, questioning his music, feeling the pressure, and then Kendrick's verse dropped at the worst possible time. That's like already being behind on your homework and then your classmate submits a perfect extra credit project in front of everybody. Cole writing 7-minute drill as an exercise to break through the block is wild because it shows how artists really be fighting for their lives in private while everybody online is acting like they're just casually cooking. No, sometimes they're in the studio staring at the wall like it owes them money. Then Cole talks about apologizing publicly and how that lifted a weight off him. That part actually lands because beneath all the rap expectations and internet noise, he just wanted peace. Sometimes the strongest move is not doubling down. Sometimes it's saying, this ain't sitting right with my spirit, and letting the crowd be mad. That takes guts. The interview also dives into his mental health and social media pressure, and you realize being J.Cole in the internet era has to be exhausting. Everybody's got opinions, think pieces, fake insider knowledge, and emotional investment in your every facial expression. Cole stepping away from Instagram and YouTube makes sense. Sometimes the best self-care is logging off before strangers convince you your own life is wrong. Then he starts talking about rediscovering his love for music, and this is where the interview really becomes heartfelt. He describes it like falling in love again, like being 16 all over. That's powerful because it reminds you that even somebody with all the success in the world can still lose the spark and have to go find it again. And of course, he says his best work comes in solitude, away from family distractions, tucked away in a hotel room. Which sounds very poetic, but also very much like a father saying, I love y'all, but if I hear one more cartoon in the background, this verse is never getting finished. Toward the end, Cole explains what keeps him hungry. He doesn't want regrets. He wants all his sliders maxed out like NBA 2K. Bars, hooks, storytelling, wisdom. He wants the full player build before he walks away. That's honestly the nerdiest and most Cole explanation possible, but it works. He's basically trying to retire with a 99 overall rating in rap. And even when he talks about retirement, you can tell he's not fully gone. He's one of those athletes who says they might retire, but still sleeps in compression leggings. He says he'd be satisfied if this were the last album, but he's also inspired and has ideas. So in other words, retirement is standing outside, but creativity still has a key. Then he says he could see himself touring Forest Hills Drive and the Fall-Off for years like Roger Waters. Which means Cole fully intends to become one of those legendary artists who pop back out every few years, perform a classic album, collect love, and disappear again like a lyrical Batman. By the time the interview wraps, the whole thing feels like two grown men finally cleaning out the attic. They sort through old misunderstandings, industry stories, creative pain, internet chaos, and personal growth, then laugh about it on the way out. This interview proves that rap beef isn't always beef. Sometimes it's bad timing, different expectations, slow album rollouts, confused lawyers, and one man treating a DocuSign text like cybercrime. Cam brought the elder statesman energy. Cole brought the introspective philosopher energy. And together they gave us a conversation that was equal parts hilarious, mature, and deeply human.